Welcome back, everyone. I'm your resident tech editor, and you're tuned into another explainer where we break down the absolute biggest tech updates happening globally. Today, we've got a massive roundup covering breakthroughs from Nature, MIT, the European Space Agency, and CERN. We're actually going to skip the agenda today because, honestly, I just want to dive straight into the stuff that's literally reshaping our world right this second. So, what if limitless clean energy was literally everywhere, right beneath our feet? Or what if AI could suddenly solve our oldest, most complex riddles? Sounds kinda like a sci-fi movie, right? Well, the reality is, science fiction is becoming our everyday reality right now. Limitless energy, artificial intelligence cracking ancient math, 3D printing heavy metal in space, it is all happening today. Let's look at the absolute most important updates across science and tech and figure out exactly why they matter to you. Okay, let's dive into this. Act 1, the macro, focusing on space and physics. We're going to start with some seriously mind-bending updates happening in deep space and high-energy physics. According to this groundbreaking report just published in Nature, astronomers have actually found a rocky exoplanet, and more importantly, they've confirmed that it has an atmosphere. Now, we find exoplanets all the time, but finding an atmosphere on a rocky world, that is absolutely the holy grail. It's monumental. And why does this matter? Well, because an atmosphere is pretty much one of the most critical prerequisites for a planet to host life as we know it. So this isn't just another dot on a telescope, it's a massive milestone in our search to figure out if we're alone in the universe. But, we aren't just looking at the stars, we're actually learning how to live among them. And to do that, we absolutely need something called crew autonomy. That's basically the ability of astronauts to operate entirely independently of Earth's supply chain. I mean, if a vital part breaks on a mission to Mars, you can't exactly wait 6 months for a supply drop from Earth, right? And that brings us to an incredible update from the European Space Agency. They just successfully 3D printed the very first metal part on the International Space Station. The ESA is calling this a massive breakthrough in crew autonomy. Up until now, 3D printing in space was, mostly limited to plastics and polymers. But printing actual, durable metal parts in zero gravity, that is a total game changer. It means future deep space habitats and long-duration missions are going to have the ability to repair themselves, build brand new tools on the fly, and actually survive incredibly hostile environments without needing that constant lifeline back home. All right, let's bring things back down to Earth for a second, but let's keep our focus on the fundamental building blocks of the universe. The magic number here is 10. Over at CERN in Switzerland, they're currently upgrading the Large Hadron Collider to a new phase called the High Luminosity LHC, or High-LUMI. And they just announced that their new generation of quadrupole magnets have successfully reached full power at their test facility. What this means is that this upgrade is going to increase particle collisions, which they call luminosity, by a factor of 10. So the crucial takeaway here is that by increasing these collisions tenfold, scientists are going to get just a vastly increased volume of physics data. We're talking about unprecedented precision. This incredible leap in data volume is going to allow physicists to explore the deepest behaviors of the Higgs boson and other elementary particles. It pretty much guarantees that CERN will be unlocking the universe's most fundamental secrets and driving some truly massive, mind-bending technological innovations well beyond the year 2030. All right, moving on to Act 2, the micro, AI and biotech. Because while massive machines at CERN are pushing the boundaries of physics, artificial intelligence is quietly pushing the boundaries of mathematics and our own biology. First up in the AI world, we have this report from New Scientist that honestly took researchers by complete surprise. For decades, some of the brightest human minds have chipped away at an 87-year-old math riddle with basically little to no progress. And then, an AI stepped in. What's so fascinating here is that the AI didn't just brute force crunch the numbers. It actually demonstrated a level of logical deduction that mathematicians totally didn't expect. It really proves that AI is evolving from just a predictive text engine into a genuine, powerful tool for high-level scientific discovery. And we're seeing that exact kind of practical application over at MIT right now. MIT researchers just announced a new automated AI framework that solves a huge headache in engineering and manufacturing. You just input a basic 2D design, the AI framework processes all the geometry and constraints, and it instantly generates a highly accurate 3D CAD model. If you work in engineering, you know that manually converting 2D concepts into 3D CAD models can take days, sometimes weeks. This AI, it does it in moments. It's totally paving the way for insanely rapid prototyping and pushing new hardware market faster than ever before.
Now, what's really interesting here is how AI is moving so rapidly from the digital world straight into the biological one. Traditional CRISPR is already incredible, right? It's standard gene editing. But a new report in Nature details how AI is being used to design entirely new molecular scissors that literally don't exist in nature. These AI-designed proteins give CRISPR a massive power boost, allowing it to cut and edit genetic material with a level of precision and safety that traditional methods just kind of can't match.
So, why does this matter to you and me? Well, because AI is no longer just computing numbers on a screen or, generating funny pictures. It is now fundamentally accelerating biological engineering. These AI designed molecular scissors could actually be the key to safely editing out genetic diseases, creating new targeted therapies for aggressive cancers, and treating conditions that we previously thought were totally incurable. AI is directly enhancing our ability to edit the very building blocks of life. And that brings us to Act 3, Home, Earth and Energy. We really need to look at a massive breakthrough that could permanently alter the future of our global power grid. This actually brings us to one of the most important questions of our time. How do we unlock unlimited, clean geothermal energy anywhere on Earth? Historically, geothermal energy, which by the way is incredible, clean, baseload power, has really only been viable in a few lucky places with active volcanic or tectonic activity, places like Iceland. But a recent report in New Scientist highlighting the work of an MIT spinout called Quayas Energy details a brand new method to tap into the Earth's vast heat energy regardless of your geographic location. The secret? They're actually repurposing technology originally designed for nuclear fusion. By using high-power millimeter waves, they can literally vaporize rock, which allows us to drill deeper into the Earth's crust than ever before, reaching temperatures hot enough to generate massive amounts of electricity. Think about it. The Earth contains enough heat to power humanity many times over. If this technology scales up, we won't need to rely on the sun shining or the wind blowing. We could literally retrofit old coal plants with these ultra-deep geothermal wells. Just imagine the scale of that for a second. We could provide the entire planet with unlimited, clean, reliable energy. The future is now. We've definitely covered a lot of ground today, but the main takeaway here is that innovation is no longer happening in isolated silos. It all points to one undeniable fact. Science fiction is becoming reality today. AI is helping us design biology, fusion tech is helping us drill for energy, and 3D printing is helping us conquer deep space. The pace of global innovation right now is rapid. It is awe-inspiring, and it is entirely reshaping what is possible for our collective future. It is just an incredibly exciting time to be following technology. I mean, if we're solving century-old math and printing metal in space today, what impossible problem are we going to conquer tomorrow? Really think about that. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and understand exactly how these rapid advancements are changing our world, hit that subscribe button right now. We deliver these clear, focused updates on AI, space, and global tech, so you never miss a beat. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. Keep your curiosity alive, and I will see you in the next explainer.